What's up, everybody out there? Aaron here. I named myself the Artist of Strong Style. That's just a nickname I created myself as. But yes, I am Aaron. Now, this deck profile. Have you ever thought of creating your own special kind of fun deck? Not even cards from the game. You just created a fun deck of whatever you could think of. During the time, me and my friends created our own kind of special decks of whatever we could think of what we loved so much. And created a fun deck. So, I love Star Wars. I love it to death. I don't care what others say about the movies, video games, whatsoever. I don't care. I just love Star Wars. So, speaking of Star Wars, I created a fun Star Wars deck. This is my creative deck. Everything is all creative. There is no real cards of the game. This is creative. So this is my Star Wars deck. So further ado, I will show you the deck. My Jedi Apprentice. My Jedi Apprentice is, when this card is normal summoned, you can add one dark side or light side of the Force field spell card. Once per turn, this whole entire deck of how I made this, it requires using a dice. So it is a bit creative because the whole entire time it depends on a dice roll. So, if you roll a 1 through 3, this monster can attack directly. Or let's just say Jedi can attack directly. If you roll a 4 through 6, remove one monster on the card until the end phase. So yeah, it's not broken like if you were to say it gets banished for the rest of the turn. No, it's just for that. It's just for that end phase. And yeah, it's a low 700 attacker. It's not like a 2000 attacker and it attacks directly. No, so yeah, it depended on the dice roll. So 6, the effect is banish one monster. It comes back at the end phase. So my fun deck was based on rolling a dice. Then, here we go. The Jedi Guardian. Jedi Guardian. You pay 800 life points to have this Jedi attack your opponent directly. So yeah, it was a cost. Pay 800 and it can attack directly. That's fine. So yeah, it's not broken where you can just attack directly. No, you do have to pay a cost. So yeah, don't think of it as it's broken. It's not. Now my Jedi Sentinel. My Jedi Sentinel. Once per turn, you can change the battle position of your opponent's monster. Flip effects cannot be activated. Then my Jedi Knights. I love the Jedi, so yeah, my whole entire deck is dealing with the Jedis. So, my Jedi Knight was, once per turn, roll a dice, of course. It's going to get one of the effects. If you roll a 1 through 3, every monster in named Jedi gains 800 attack until the end phase. Everything is all Jedi, so they're all going to gain the effect. If you roll a 4 through 6, when this monster, Jedi, I wouldn't call it monster, even though if I wrote it monster, it's actually Jedi, attack a monster of a different type, destroy that monster without applying damage calculation. So yeah, this deck is not broken the way I'm saying it, because it requires a cost or you have to do something to it. So yeah, it depended on luck when you roll the dice roll. Then, my Jedi Counselor. If your opponent monster attacked a Jedi, you can switch the attack to another Jedi monster instead. So most likely, if they were to target this Jedi, I could switch it to another Jedi if I didn't want my counselor to die. My Jedi Masters. My Jedi Masters are level 5. So yeah, this is going to require tributing. Once per turn, you can roll a dice to get one of these effects. So yeah, it all required on luck of what my dice roll would be. So don't think of it like it's broken, because it's not. It depended on the dice roll. Now, if you roll it a 1 through 3, if this Jedi destroys an opponent's monster, it can make an attack for a second time. If you rolled a 4 through 6, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can return one spell or trap card from the graveyard to its owner's deck. Most likely, yeah, you just want to get your own back. You don't want to give your opponent a magic trap. But that's the effects. So yeah, it depended on the dice roll. And then last but not least, my Jedi Weapons Master. A level 6. So this card can be special summoned from your hand by having 4 different names of a Jedi in the graveyard. Now, it depended on the dice roll also. 1 through 3, destroy one monster on the field. 4 through 6, destroy one spell or trap card on the field. So yeah, depending on the dice roll, rather you can destroy a monster, you can destroy a magic or trap. So if you wanted to special summon this, and you could have another monster on the field, so yeah, special, and then normal summon another Jedi, you must have 4 of a different name. If you just wanted to summon this out, well then yes, it's a level 6, so tribute one of your Jedis. So you could rather special summon it, or normal summon it. So yeah, fun thing. My whole entire thing is Jedis because I love the Jedis. That's my favorite thing. So it's no Stormtroopers, no Rebels, no ships, no Millennium Falcon, no nothing. It's just the Jedis because that's what I love. Now, my Jedi Temple. Add 1 level 4 or lower Jedi from your deck to the hand. So yeah, level 4 or lower. So I could not get my level 5 or level 6. So yeah, search for 1. Then my Jedi Saber Throw. Quick effect, destroy 1 magic or trap on the field. Almost like, yeah, MST, except that's an actual card. But if you can create it to a different kind of a way, but it's the same way, then Jedi Saber Throw. Here's a fun one I made. You Jedi Mind Trick someone. Your opponent's going to roll the dice. So my opponent would roll the dice, and it would get one of these effects. If my opponent would roll a 1 through 3, my opponent takes 500 points of damage. If my opponent rolled a 4 through 6, opponent's monsters will lose 500 attack and defense. So yeah, not broken. My opponent would rather take damage, or they're going to lose the attack and defense of 500 by my opponent. So, okay, that was a 2. So my opponent would take 500 points of damage. So yeah, 500, I just say it's fair enough. It's not like you're going to take 2,000. It's not. It's fair enough to make it at least just 500. Then my Jedi attack. It is reduce all Jedi monsters attack in half, then they can attack directly. So yeah, mine had to be cut in half of the attack, and they can attack directly. It's only for that 1 turn. Then the Jedi Trials. Dependent on a dice roll. So yeah, roll a dice. The number you roll is the level of a Jedi you can add from your deck or the graveyard. To your hand, of course, yes. If you roll a 1, add 1 spell or trap card that has a Jedi in its name, or from the deck or graveyard. So most likely, yes, Your roll. Okay, it was a level 1. It was a 1. So yes. I would have to search for a... Yeah, magic or trap. Okay, that was a 4, so I can get one of my level 4s. So I depended on the trials. And then my field spells was the light side of the force and the dark side of the force. So let's start off with first with light side of the force. All Jedi monsters gain 200 attack and they become light type attributes. Once per turn, you can roll a dice and gain any of these effects. So yeah, dice roll. A 1 through 3, Jedi are unaffected by trap cards. A 4 through 6, the Jedi are unaffected by spell cards. Unaffected by trap cards. Now the dark side of the force. All Jedi gain 800 attack and make all Jedi dark monsters. Dark Jedi, my mistake. Once per turn, of course, activate one of these effects when draw. 1 through 3, your opponent's monsters lose 500 attack until the end phase. A 4 through 6, my opponent will lose 400 life points. So yeah, not big. So, a 3. My opponent will lose 500 attack until the end phase. So, monsters will lose 500 attack. So yeah, not broken. It's not broken. It's just a little fun kind of little things you can do with the deck. So, then we go to Jedi of the Return. Special summon 1 Jedi from the graveyard. So it's almost like Call the Haunted, except I called it Return of the Jedi. Just like the movie. You're bringing one back. So it looks like, yeah, one is coming back. Revenge of the Sith. You can see right here. These are all Sith Lords. Return 3 Jedi from your graveyard to your deck. Draw 1 card. So any 3 that were in the graveyard, you need back. Get 3, put it to the deck, shuffle, and you draw 1 card. And then my Sith Lightning. If a Jedi is attacked or by your opponent's monster, you can activate this card, destroy all your opponent's monsters in attack position. So yeah, to play this, I needed a Jedi on the field. So it's not like you have no Jedi and you play this. No, you can't do it. So I made it fair enough. You have to have one on the field. Not like you could just play it automatically. No, you have to have one on the field. So yeah, you can see the deck is not broken. I made it. It's fun. It's just fun to do. So yeah, let's just say my little Jedi Temple. The Sith Lightning. My Jedi Sentinel. My Saber Throw. Mind Trick. And if I had already, the dark side. So, yeah, of course, play my field spell, which was Dark Side of the Force. I want to destroy a magic or trap using the Saber Throw. Because, yeah, it looks like you're going to slice through something. So, yeah, Saber Throw. I can search for a Jedi. Particularly, I would just want to search for my Jedi Knights. Set. Play my Jedi Knights. So my Jedi would gain 800. And yes, first I roll for my dark side. Okay, it was a 4. So my opponent would lose 400 life points. Now I would roll for my Jedi Knights effect. It was a 6. It destroys a monster. When this Jedi would attack a monster with a different type without damage calculation. Now I made mine as an earth. So anything other than an earth, it would destroy without damage calculation. Then I just have my sentinel and my mind trick. So I could even do this on my opponent's turn, or I could just mind trick them. Because it looks like, yeah, it's mind tricking you. So my opponent would roll a 6. So the 6 is 4 through 6. Monsters lose 500 attack and defense. So it's almost like if they were to make an attack, I activate, they would lose 500 attack or less. So let's just say it was something higher than my Jedi Knight, but then it went decreased. Well, then they destroyed their own monster. Or yeah, if the roll was a 6, they would lose 500 and still my Jedi would be a bit higher. And of course, yeah, you have Sith Lightning. I have a Jedi, so yes, it is possible to play Sith Lightning and destroy monsters. If I had my Jedi Counselor out, a Jedi Guardian, this time you had the light side of the Force. First, make the roll for light. 4. 4 through 6, all my Jedi are unaffected by spell cards. So yeah, just to make it fair enough. But they can still be hit by trap cards. So each of these don't have an effect of rolling life points. I mean, yeah, getting an effect of rolling a dice. So I have to pay 800 for this Jedi to attack directly. My Jedi Guardian. So attack directly. This is the only one that can attack directly. And then if you still want to make an attack with the Counselor, you can. Now if you still have these out, you're playing Jedi Trials. Let's see what your roll is going to be. A level 6. So you can search for a level 6. Your only level 6 is the Jedi Weapon Master. If I have 4 of a different name, I can special summon him. Then it will be my Jedi Weapons Master turn. 5. 4 through 6, destroy 1 spell or trap card on the field. So my Jedi Weapons Master will be able to destroy a magic or trap on the field. Or if I wanted to, just tribute one of my own to play him. If I had Revenge of the Sith face down, and these were in the graveyard already, just to play, yeah, your Jedi's Weapon Master, special summon it, activate, choose 3, any of the 3 Jedis, and draw 1 card. If I summon my apprentice, I have no spell, I have no field spell, I can search for either. If I want to go for my light side, or if I want to go to get my dark side. Whichever am I choosing, because you are rather playing the light side or you are the dark side. So yeah, even if I had my Jedi Master Tribute, play my Jedi Master. Still, if I had any of these out, or yeah, you just had the Jedi Master out. Let's roll a 1. If you rolled a 1 through 3, if this Jedi destroys an opponent's monster, it can attack for a second turn. Now my highest attack is nothing but the Jedi Weapons Master, which is just 24. My second is my Jedi Master, and that's only 23. So yeah, not big of an attack also. If it's not as big as like a 3,035 attacker. No, I just made it fair enough to make my attack at least up to 24. The only way they'll gain attack is by the effects of the field spell, or my little effects of what the Jedis can do. So yeah, I just made a fun kind of a Star Wars creative Yu-Gi-Oh deck because I just love Star Wars. So this is Star Wars. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. Show you more deck profiles later. Peace.